I don't believe it's a coincidence that you're here right now, watching this. In fact, I don't believe in coincidences at all. What I do believe in is the power of divine timing. If you're seeing this message, I trust that it's because God knows you're ready to hear it. Perhaps you've been searching for something, or maybe you've been feeling a pull, a nudge, like there's something more for you, something waiting to be discovered. You might not fully understand it yet, but deep down, you feel that this moment, this message, is meant for you. I set the intention before I started, and that intention was clear, that whoever needed to hear this would come across it exactly when they were ready. So, as you listen to these words, know that they're not just for anyone, they're for you. God has brought you here, at this time, for a reason. And I believe that reason is to guide you towards something bigger, something greater than you could imagine, because you were more than ready to receive it. Understanding your struggles and realizing divine timing. There was a time in my life when everything felt overwhelming. I struggled to understand why things weren't falling into place, why challenges seemed to come one after another. I felt lost, as though I was doing everything right, yet nothing was working out. During those tough moments, I would question everything, my purpose, my choices, and even the path I was walking. But looking back, I realize now that those struggles weren't just random. They were all part of a bigger plan, a plan that I couldn't see at the time. Allah's timing was at work in ways I couldn't comprehend. The delays, the hardships, and the moments of uncertainty were all part of my growth. It wasn't that I was being punished, I was being prepared. Sometimes, we don't get what we want when we want it because we're not yet ready for it. But trust that every challenge, every struggle is teaching you something, shaping you into the person who will be ready when the time is right. Allah's timing is perfect, even when we can't understand it. Receiving a divine sign and understanding the lessons. There comes a moment in life when everything suddenly becomes clear, when a divine sign appears that makes you realize everything you've been through was leading you to this point. It's as if the fog lifts, and for the first time, you can see the bigger picture. You start to understand that all the lessons, all the pain, all the uncertainty, were not meaningless. They were preparing you, shaping you, teaching you what you needed to learn in that moment. It's like a sudden, profound understanding washes over you, and you realize that you've been learning and growing exactly as you should have, according to divine timing. You begin to see that each experience, whether good or bad, has been part of the journey to this realization. The lessons were never random. They were always meant to be a part of your growth, and now, as you look back, you can see how perfectly everything has aligned. You are learning exactly what you need to, when you need to, and it's all unfolding in perfect harmony. Transformation and discovering your life's purpose. As time goes on, something shifts within you. The struggle starts to fade, and a sense of clarity begins to settle in. You notice changes happening, not just around you, but deep within yourself. Your perspective changes, and the things that once seemed impossible now feel achievable. You begin to recognize your true strength and power. The lessons you've learned and the challenges you've faced are no longer sources of pain, but stepping stones that have shaped you into someone wiser, stronger, and more aligned with your true self. It's in this transformation that your life's purpose begins to reveal itself. What once felt uncertain now feels like a calling. You start to see the path laid out before you, and for the first time, you feel confident in where you're heading. The fear and doubts that once held you back fade away, replaced by a deep knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Your purpose is no longer a mystery, it's clear, and you're ready to embrace it fully. Gaining clarity and embracing your new reality. There's a powerful moment when everything you've been through starts to make sense. The confusion, the doubt, and the uncertainty that once clouded your mind begin to dissolve, and in their place, clarity emerges. You begin to understand that your past was never a mistake, but a series of lessons that shaped you into who you are today. Every setback, every struggle, was preparing you for this moment of awakening. You look back at your journey, and instead of feeling regret or fear, you feel gratitude. The pieces of your life start to fall into place, and you see how each experience led you to this point of understanding. With this newfound clarity, you can now embrace your new reality. You no longer feel trapped by the past or by circumstances beyond your control. Instead, you rise with the understanding that you have the power to create the future you desire. Your past no longer defines you, it has prepared you for the greatness you're about to step into. Inspiring your audience to step into their higher purpose. As you stand in this newfound clarity, you realize that your journey isn't just about you. It's about sharing what you've learned with others, inspiring them to step into their own higher purpose. You begin to understand that the challenges and growth you've experienced are not just for your personal development, they are meant to serve a greater good. You have a message, a wisdom, that can light the way for others. So, I want to encourage you today, if you're watching this, you are not here by accident. You are exactly where you need to be, and you are ready to embrace your higher purpose. It's time for you to rise above the fears and doubts that have held you back. The world needs your light, your unique gifts, and your strength. You are here to make a difference. Your experiences, your struggles, and your triumphs have prepared you for this very moment. Trust that you are capable of creating something powerful. Step forward with confidence, because the universe is ready for you to show up fully. Your higher purpose awaits.